Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming back to another night of Overwatch Odyssey League. Tonight's matchup will be World's Worst versus Loggers. My name's Spida. I'll be your main host tonight, and then my co-caster will be Swag. What's going on, Swag?
Nothing much. How you doing today? I'm very excited to see these games play.
I'm happy to hear that. You know, me personally, I'm doing pretty good myself. Seeing World's Worst and Loggers both on an undefeated record right now. Yes, we go into the first map for Escort. We have Route 66. Just want to mention for our first game tonight, we do have a sponsor from Gray's Tree Service. Really nice to see that. We do have... I mean, looking at the two teams that they have both played last, they weren't necessarily playing the weaker teams. They were definitely playing, I'd say, the harder set teams.
I would agree with you on that. They are both very aggressive teams.
From what I've seen, yeah, definitely. But what character picks are you looking for right now, Swag?
I mean, we've seen a lot of Reinhardt gameplays. I would like to, as we see, they actually, never mind. I was hoping to see a Reinhardt versus Reinhardt, but you won't get to see that. Buddy actually is a really good sniper. I've seen a couple of his gameplays. I'm excited for that. Shake and Bake playing Tracer. Excited for that. I like Tracers. I'm starting to pick her up myself.
Well, it's definitely... yeah, no, I see what you mean. I would want that Ryan duel, and then you see the Tracer. Tracer is a fun character. When I do play duelists, or DPS myself, I do play Tracer for the most part. Or Sombra. I don't know, I just like dive a lot. We see Buddy and Shaken going for that high ground as all of Loggers are just going to hold on top of gas station. Trying to get this space here. Shaken coming up behind, trying to pick up Nilox. We do see the Nilox on Torbjorn again, just like he was last week. Absolutely lighting it up, by the way, as Torbjorn. Nilox able to take out Shaken. Shaken not getting the value that he wanted there. But, so Swag, you know, you yourself, you're a player, and you're also now a caster. How does that, what's that like, being a player and then also getting a cast against, or cast for the teams that you're playing against?
Well, I'm actually not a part of the league anymore in terms of playing. I might actually be returning agent. I'm unsure as of right now. Playing in the league versus casting are two completely different things, especially if you have inside. It's very intense out there on the field, only the 5v5s, but overall it can be really fun.
So definitely a very fun way to look at it. I mean, I'd say as a caster, I would like to be able to get in here as an agent myself. We do see World's Worst able to take that first point relatively with ease, even though they weren't able to get the first pick for those two fights that they had. The stick on the Lady Scott, Shaken Bacon, getting the early pick, but they do allow the res after Nilox takes out Shaken Bacon. No value with that ultimate, sadly. The ult coming out from Buddy, taking out Nagi, and then he's able to headshot Lady Ska. Lady Ska getting that res on her, but not getting to do much with it. And even though Buddy did get two, it looks like they're not going to be able to do much so far until they take out Nilox. Nilox getting Buddy though, and then Shaken Bacon also going down to Nilox. We see the ult come out from Bitcoin, trying to push back. Get this space, isn't able to get it. Suku popping his ultimate, catching Hong Kong and Bitcoin, slamming them down. Ooh. The ult coming up from Hong Kong, trying to save Bitcoin, doesn't really work. We do see the window come out from Nagi though, sitting on that high ground. And that window does work, it does force them back. They were able to get that Moira ult out from Hong Kong and also the Shatter beforehand. Not something that you want to have to go through as World's Worst. The ult coming out from Lady Scott, just trying to shut this down, push them off this high ground, and maybe remove some of that time. Nilox getting that boost from Getting that boost from Crow and able to take out Bitcoin, just raining terror as this Torbjorn once again. That's for another matchup. Lady able to take out Buddy. That railgun. Forcing Shake and Bacon to disengage and have to run through these buildings. Does he make it out? He does actually. Bitcoin now swapping over to Diva. That looks like the only pick that we see so far for this matchup. The rock landing on a Bitcoin. Suku trying to take this duel. Does get the D-Mech, but Buddy's able to try and help her. And it does work. Buddy and Bitcoin able to help each other take out Suku as Nilox gets rid of the Shake and Bacon. It looks like they're getting a really good grasp on this hold right now. Bitcoin trying to farm that damage to get back into the mech. But I'm not sure if you saw what Nilox was doing last week as Torbjorn, but man, Swag, he was doing something.
I actually think this is my first time watching him play Torbjorn. I might have missed one of the games last week. So very interesting, especially since a lot of the hitboxes from Blizzard has changed this season.
Yeah, we've seen Nilox able to take out Hong Kong after the res from Crow and the Suku. They do demech Bitcoin once again. Suku able to take out Bitcoin. Rarity TPing out, trying to get the run out with Shaken. Shaken taken out. Rarity realizing I probably should stay around for too long afterwards and just letting himself die there. Oh, wow. Well, it looks like after Loggers, or I mean World's Worst, swiftly took that first point. Loggers now got where they want. They have a really decent chokehold, and they've only gotten about 20 meters after this bridge right here, and not much overall. Loggers are gonna go for that higher. I mean, World's Worst are gonna go for that little flank on them. It does work. Shaken able to take sight and use his ultimate to keep them scared from going on, since they don't really have much of a shield. It doesn't work though. Bitcoin able to take out Suku. Shaken using his ult to get Nilox, but Lady Ska able to take out Shaken, and then Lady Ska with his ultimate taking out Buddy here, shutting that flank down, shutting the cart push. They aren't able to get that second cap, sadly. Bitcoin getting Lady Ska, Nagi getting Hong Kong. We see the ult coming out from Buddy. Maybe he just wants to swap or force them off. It does work though, as they are able to finally cap the second point. Looking like they really weren't going to get much further than that bridge. Buddy's still fighting the turret.
Yeah. World's Worst know how to pull out clutches out of the blue. They're really good at that. Creating space.
I mean, I think Bitcoin especially excels at just taking the space. I feel like Bitcoin does a lot better at taking than holding, and that's what makes it a lot better for somebody like Bitcoin being on attack, just able to go right through and make that fight really fast. The ult coming out from Suku. This could be massive. The pairing with the ultimate from Nilox. Does it work? It does. Lady Sky able to follow up and get Buddy. And then along with the Nilox ultimate, Lady Sky able to get Hong Kong. Nilox ult finishing off Bitcoin. And they are able to swiftly halt this push. Even though they are really close, Suku taking out Rarity. Suku also taking out Shake and Bacon and trying to make it back to the fight, but it was sadly a little too late. And Hong Kong realizing maybe I shouldn't fight these five right here. Loggers once again have them in a really bad spot to be in as a team for World's Worst, having a whole lot of high ground to play off of with this Sojourn, Mercy, you know, Poke comp here. Very painful for them. Shake and Bacon able to try and push up, force them off that high ground. It does work though. They do force them back. The Kiriko ult, the Bitcoin ult, Hong Kong popping that coalescence, forcing that space. Shake and Bacon and Bitcoin charging through along with Hong Kong. Hong Kong finishing off Nilox. Lady Scott taking out Buddy. Crow getting a res on a Suku. Lady does pop the ultimate, getting the pocket from Crow. Is able to pick off Rarity. Suku after that res, able to pick off Hong Kong. Shaken now holding that high ground, getting his ultimate off. They're just trading over and over, taking out Crow, taking out Lady Ska. They do not have their own tank for Loggers. Loggers, the ult coming out from Buddy, trying to clear that site off. They have 15 seconds. Suku finishing off Shaken. Rarity and Buddy both need to back here and wait. They can maybe take this 4v5 right here with this last 7 seconds. Do they get it? The rock comes out, that shuts off the pin. I think that was their touch. Never mind, he does get to touch. But there's the Sigma ult. It is a little early, doesn't keep them from pushing cart. Suku using all of his util, not getting much value out of it. Being forced off cart. Buddy holding the high ground. Lady Scott taking out Hong Kong. That is one of their supports. There goes both their supports. This looks like a lost fight, I believe. Bitcoin trying to hold down cart. They don't want to give up a C9 here. There it goes. Suku and Lady Scott able to take out Shaken and Bitcoin. And that is that. 2 points and 68.5 meters down. Almost getting a 3 cap, but not quite. After seeing a whole lot of Reinhardt on attack here from World's Worst, do you think maybe they'll run that back on defense?
I mean, they love to play that Reinhardt, so we'll have to see. Personally, I'd like to see them pull someone out. Ball right now in this season is very dominant, as everyone all knows.
Most definitely. I do remember in last week's matchup, as you're saying, they do love that Reinhardt. I believe they at least played Reinhardt for a little bit on every single map of all 5 maps, no matter what. We don't see that though. We see a Roadhog pick.
Yeah, that's a little different. I don't know if I see Bitcoin playing Roadhog all that much.
No, I do remember he got on Roadhog for maybe like 1 point on a map last week, but that was that. He didn't get much value out of it. But I do remember this Nilox Crow pharmacy that they had. Yeah, there it is. They did do this on the last map against the team they played last week. Sorry, I can't remember exactly who. But in that match, they were absolutely dominant for that 5th map where they finally played it. And there wasn't really much they could do about it. Shaken with a full-on Junkrat trap, even with a spray on top around this first corner. The spam instantly coming out from World's Worst. They don't want to push up too far here. With a very mixed comp with a Brawl tank and then a poke rest of the comp. We see Nilox and Lady Scott holding down that high ground. Crow having to heal the whole team as Nagi's trying to make her way up. There it is. The beam is being held on Nilox. Let's see what... I really want to see what Nilox can do here. They did a lot last week. Lady Scott able to take out Shaken Bacon with the help from Crow and Nilox. I believe that will be this point. Yeah, it will. Nilox getting Buddy, but Hong Kong able to take out Suku. Bitcoin getting Lady, forcing them back. Oh, Bitcoin getting the pull in, but Nilox able to jump out. And that's saved. They entirely saved that. Hong Kong shutting down Suku from being able to push the point or push further and force them back. Putting them in a very uncomfortable position did not work.
It's very interesting to see how well people can play Pharah already with all these changes personally as well.
Yeah, I mean, even playing that last week and now with these changes, making it a bit of a difference there. Still being able to hold up your own as her makes it very cool to see. We do immediately see the swap to hit scan from Shaken and Buddy, knowing that last week this pharmacy was a massive problem and it already has been for this first point. Both teams looking at about 3 ults right now. We might get another pairing from Suku and Lady Scott on their ultimates though. Like they did on that 3rd point to shut down World's Worst. Never mind, we do see the solo on the Rarity just trying to secure this fight. There goes the pick on the Rarity. 3-man anti on them, instantly taking out Shaken. Massive nade from Nagi. Hong Kong forcing this ultimate out. They do not want him to go with this cap, and it looks like they won't. They are able to take out Suku, fighting for the rest of it. Nilox, Lady, and Crow being forced back by that Roadhog ultimate too. A little overkill, but they wanted to guarantee the spot right here. They did not want to have to let them get that time advantage that World's Worst got themselves after insta-capping first point. So far it looks like World's Worst are adapting to the pharmacy play a lot quicker than what we have seen teams do so far. So that's definitely something good. I mean, maybe overcommitting both DPS into hit scan characters might be a little overkill, but if it works, it works. They're about to get that ultimate for Buddy. Shaken now building his ult. probably gonna be used as a last minute ult on this hold right here. 50 seconds left for Loggers. There goes the ult from Buddy. The Pharah ult instantly taking out Bitcoin. Lady Scott taking out Rarity. Suku finishing off Buddy. Shaken able to get his own on the Nilox. He did instantly shut down that Soldier ult. Crow meleeing Shaken. And it looks like Hong Kong will be the last one here. Trying to just fight to touch for a last second. It doesn't work. I don't think it does. Does it? No, it doesn't. Bitcoin just right there, just around the corner. If Hong Kong lived 0.5 seconds longer, they do get that hold right there, maybe. This was exactly where World's Worst were hard held last round, or last half by Loggers, so let's see if they're able to recreate what Loggers was doing to them. So, you know, Swag, both teams looking at an undefeated record right now, so there isn't necessarily a favorite to win this. Who do you, what is your pick to win between Loggers and World's Worst?
Obviously, in preseason, we know so much about the World's Worst. I don't have a lot of knowledge on Loggers. I'd like to see them do their best and have good sportsmanship, obviously, but I do think the World's Worst might have this in the bag. Talking from experience, they can adapt to certain fights really quickly, and they have the potential of showing it, as we see Bitcoin adapting with Zarya now.
Yeah, I mean, it's being shown in motion right now, exactly what you're saying, how they're able to adapt. Hold on, we do see the ult straight on a Bitcoin. They want to shut this fight down instantly. A mistimed bubble. The ult is to finish off Bitcoin and maybe get the hold here. I don't think they are going to be able to get the hold that they wanted. There goes the ultimate, forcing Buddy and Shaken out from behind cover. There goes the 3, 4, not necessarily a team wipe, but they did get 5. Now will be that cap. I think they're gonna have 3 minutes here now, just to go into this third point. Yeah, 2:30. But exactly as you said it perfectly. World's Worst, they do adapt really fast usually. I mean, maybe a little late on the tank swap, but we did see, you know, the instant swap after one fight to double hit scan to try and shut down that pharmacy, and that's exactly what they did. That pharmacy went right away.
Right.
We do see a swap onto Ramatra though. Also now going for maybe for a brawl comp with the Mei Ramatra Lucio pick. Not much of a heal comp, but much of a fast comp that very much is. They're running in there, instantly taking down Bitcoin. Actually, he gets walled off by Nilox, and there it is. Buddy able to finish off Suku. The kick comes out from Rarity. The coalescence from Hong Kong in their flank, trying to force them off point. They are pouring a lot of ultimates into this. 2 of their most important ults just to hold off that site there. It wasn't much of a risk, but I do see the value that they lose in losing their tank really fast there. So hopefully Bitcoin learns not to push up too far. And it looks like Loggers are communicating that they don't want to break these Zarya bubbles instead of instantly burn her. As you see, these bubbles aren't even getting really touched. There's the Hanzo ult from Buddy, clearing off sight once again after losing one. Shaken gonna come back in a second. Are they able to hold him until he gets back? Maybe not. Rarity getting taken down. Even if they lose this fight, they should have one more before it's coming close to them winning. There's the ultimate from Nagi, trying to finish up this fight. The grab, the ult from Shaken after the beat is popped. They saw the vision, and it looks like they. Oh, he does get one. Shaken able to take out Crow and jump in and try and get a touch for himself. It does work in the slightest, and Buddy able to make that last minute touch. If it wasn't for Shaken, they don't get that. There's the Ramatra ult from Suku that could call it wraps right here. They don't have any ultimates for themselves. There it is. There goes 4 right away, and Loggers will cap to put this match at 1-0. You know, nice play right there coming out from Buddy, getting those really nice picks as Hanzo and getting a nice 4K. That will be the
That-
first map.
That actually wasn't Buddy, believe it or not. That was Nellox.
Wow. Sorry,
They're
absolutely
both really
zoned out
good
right there.
Hanzos, so it's very
Yeah,
easy.
both great Hanzo players. Easy to get mistaken. Whoopsies. We are looking at the second map now. For hybrid game mode, we will be on Hollywood. But looking at Hollywood, once again, a very good poke map. Probably, I'd say we're gonna see another Sigma out of Suku and maybe another forced Rhine out of Bitcoin. Which was probably their biggest flaw that game is how Bitcoin was maybe sticking to the wrong tank for too long and they couldn't fully get things going. Though they were swapping as a team, they just weren't able to get things going. And I think that's
Right.
just a momentum thing. But what do you think, Swag?
I mean, it really depends on how long these two teams have been playing with each other for. Like, Reinhardt, I mean, he did get a small buff recently in the season, so people have been playing him a little more. Obviously, some people want to see more out of Reinhardt, but I mean, playing Zarya, playing Poke, all this stuff. Zarya is definitely a very popular pick because she got Giga buffed, so it's really going to boil down to how they play and if they stick with Reinhardt, really.
I mean, I think on this map they're gonna get the same issue that they had against the Loggers, and that was exactly what it was that game, and that is they weren't able to do anything against that poke as a brawl. They were playing poke perfectly, and they were shredding down the brawl before they could get close enough to land that Reinhardt swing.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
it's just, I mean, being able to put Nilox on something like Torbjorn or Hanzo, Mei, these characters that can work as a poke and sit up on that high ground along with Lady Ska following up with those Sojourn railguns while boosted by Crow. Just absolutely deadly.
Now on this map particular, I really want to see Diva come out. She's really dominant on this kind of map, so I hopefully will see that.
Yeah, we did see the Bitcoin swap to Diva for a couple fights that game, so that could be a starter pick. But I do think Bitcoin probably just goes with that Reinhardt just to see what they want to play first.
I agree.
Dip your toe in the water. We do see a quick timeout coming out from Shaken Bacon. Just needing a sec. Not too sure for what, but just like last week, maybe watching those WWE highlights again.
Tekken 8 gameplay be like.
I don't know, maybe they're talking about their favorite sponsor, Gray's Tree Service, or back on that WWE watching. Oh, I see. They are waiting on Hong Kong. Hong Kong, the person we interviewed last week, very fun and interesting individual. I'm not too sure who we're interviewing this week from World's Worst. Oh, okay, I believe that will be Buddy. We are going to be interviewing Buddy, the DPS player. And let's see if maybe all the players on World's Worst are as bright and filled with spirit as Free Hong Kong. We're about to get our first look at the two team comps. Oh!
That's the complete flip on what I was expecting.
Yeah, entirely flipped. We do see the pick on Zarya from Buddy now on tank instead of Bitcoin. Bitcoin going onto that Junkrat pick, and then Suku now playing Reinhardt instead of Sigma.
I'm gonna say this here and now. I was not expecting this. This is a complete surprise.
I do think that they definitely do have or World's Worst definitely do have a really good comp to go against this pharmacy here. You know, you have the soldier to take it down and the Zarya bubbles to eat those rockets and get a lot of charge out of that. So I think
agree.
they are very well prepared right here for this first hold, and we do see another Junkrat trap out of corner.
Spam Rat this season has been very popular.
Yeah, definitely not one of my favorite ways to play the game or to go against, but if it works, you know. We do see a pin in instantly, but Hong Kong able to barely make it out. Perfect, isolating the Reinhardt from the team now, but they are pinched though. There's another pin. He wants to take the high ground. Just trying to get some fire charge damage in. Keep the image in the back of their mind that he is watching as the rest of his team is able to attack from main. And there's the pin, and he's not able to get it again. It doesn't land for the second time that he goes for the Hong Kong. This is getting the best of him. We do see Lady able to take out Bitcoin early here. And there's the pin that he lands, but it isn't on the person he wants. They force Buddy into the room, guaranteeing the site take. There it is, Suku finally getting that momentum that he needed. And that is 2. He is now 2 for 4 on those pins.
Man, that's a 50% ratio right there.
Let's see where he goes with them next. We see the Nilux spam in the spawn, giving them some early Zarya charge, sadly. Once again, giving them that Zarya charge. Maybe they're looking to just shred Buddy here, opposed to let them last like they were. There's the Insta Shatter onto Hong Kong and Buddy. Super aggressive play, shredding these Zarya bubbles. Is the Kiri gonna be enough to keep him up? It does, but it does guarantee them this fight, and they are moving the cart. Wow, that was a very aggressive and all of a sudden play right there from Suku on that Reinhardt. Did not expect that at all. We see a trade of ults from Shaken Bacon and Lady Scott. Nilux taking out or popping his own ultimate. Shaken getting Nilux, but Suku getting the trade on a Shaken. And then Rarity able to finish off Lady Scott with a nice little headshot. They do allow the res though on the Lady, as they are just able to keep on applying this pressure from high ground and then make it out. Bitcoin contesting them heavy though. Really well played by Bitcoin, not playing it too aggressive, not playing it too safe, but oh wow! There goes Bitcoin, taken out by Suku with the flank pin. But Buddy is able to take out Nagi and Hong Kong is able to get Suku. Actually, fun fact, looking at last week's weekly MVP race, Hong Kong was actually up there in the top 3 to win the award overall. Sadly, did not go to him. It did go to Saturn of Kaiju MX, but still probably a really good thing to hear. You know that your player is able to get a top 3 finish in that.
Right. Yeah, and Hong Kong actually a really good player. So seeing him play a lot more, I like to see that.
Yeah, definitely. And wow, they really shut that fight down after the window went away. They hit away from the window, and they instantly just swept right through and took the 3 out, finishing off Nilox and Crow in the end. So I'm speechless on that. They actually really played that fight really well. But Hong Kong is a really, really good support player. So, and, you know, shows that there's chance for diversity in the league and that there aren't only good DPS players and that every player has a chance to, you know, do what they're, you know, best at, and that's play.
Yeah, I agree a lot with that statement. Being able to flex is very important, especially in a game like this, where you have to be able to counter swap or know which roles to play.
Yeah, I mean, oh wow, hold on. We see a whole lot of ults get traded here. We see the shatter come up from Suku, followed up by the grab to shut him down entirely. Didn't work. There we go. Hong Kong's Coalescence taking out Suku, punishing him for playing way too aggressive. Didn't work this time. Nilox getting shaken, Buddy getting Nagi, and once again, Nilox and Crow are left alive with Lady, as they're just going to be fine with not peeking them and allowing them to just hold that meaningless high ground here. There's the ult from Nilox, able to get one this time, unlike last, but Hong Kong immediately getting that trade on a Nilox. Lady Ska picking up Hong Kong with that headshot from the railgun. Suku back onto Ramatra, as they were at the end of the last game, finishing off Bitcoin, who is now on Hanzo.
You got to be careful with Bitcoin and Hanzo though, because Bitcoin knows how to hit his shots.
Oh, definitely. I feel like half that team is just great ranged players, great Hanzo players. I believe this is the third player from the team that we've seen play Hanzo. There goes the ult, taking out Nagi, punishing Nagi for playing way too aggressive on Shaken Bacon. Shaken able to get 3 here. That might be play. Bitcoin finishing off Suku. That will be this fight. Once again, Crow sitting and waiting, hiding very scaredly, and there it is. Bitcoin absolutely dunking on Crow right there. Not much Crow could have done. Maybe stayed alive a little too long to die there. We do see almost a complete comp swap where we see Nilox getting on a Sombra, get that sneaky touch, and then Lady trying to get this brawl going. Maybe they're looking to shred or get rid of those Zarya bubbles before they can come out.
Something I always see with Mercies is if you're the last one, always go down fighting.
Gotta go in that Battle Mercy manner, and we do see World's Worst pouring out 2 ultimates of their own, pairing that Graviton Surge along with the Hanzo Dragon to completely shut down that last second touch. And that will be almost two tick for Loggers, but not quite. Now that Loggers are on defense, we should see that Sigma pick, I'd say. Unless not, but if I was
unless they surprise us again.
Yeah, I mean, playing Reinhardt that entire half was not what I expected or really wanted. I mean, I really wanted that Sigma. They showed that they did really well with that Sigma poke comp, and on a map where it could either be, I mean, honestly, this map can go anyway, just depending on the teams, but as a very well played poke map with all this high ground, there it is. They do go for that Ramatra pick again. Now playing Zenyatta for Nagi, and Nilox back on that Torbjorn. Oh my, a very aggressive and strong comp. Something that you would call a glass cannon comp with lots of damage but not a lot of heals going, sadly. But that doesn't mean they won't be able to hold them off. And we do see almost the exact same comp coming out from World's Worst, but with a swap on Shaken from Soldier over to Ashe.
I was just about to say I'm surprised we haven't seen a whole lot of Zen play. I kind of zoned out for a second. Looking over at the other side, you see Zenyatta first. He did get a minor nerf though, so see how that plays into all this.
Yeah, you know, over the last couple seasons they have been slowly nerfing Zen piece by piece, trying to appeal to the player base, sadly, even though, I mean, when I play support I do like playing Zen, so I'm gonna complain, even though it probably is fair changes, definitely is, but I'm gonna complain, as an Overwatch player should, you know?
I'm not a really big Zen player as a support main. I kind of bounce between REG and Ana.
Oh, those are also 2 supports that I have a lot of fun playing. I believe Ana is my most played support, so you know, I've had my fun on her, but stepping back from her and being more of a REG player now too. This fight instantly shut down, and a great take from World's Worst.
Really fast.
Yeah, in half a conversation they get that. There it is. Like I said, I think World's Worst just need the momentum. They got that momentum, it looks like, and they're kind of running away with it. Let's see though, they did get hard held at that first point last, or at the second point last match after swiftly taking the first, so let's see if the same thing happens here. Suku playing very aggressive here, trying to force out those bubbles and force them back from cart. That is both bubbles. They are going to look to shred the Zarya. Now there it is, Buddy taken out, but the Hanzo ult. Lady able to take out Shaken. Nilox coming up on his ult along with Suku, and then also Lady Scott sitting on his ult. But World's Worst are looking at 4 ultimates of their own very well to counter the 3 that Loggers have.
Lucio's coming up on his ult as well. These last 2 supports have very fast ult charge, so expect to see more added to that.
Yeah, wow, there it is. We just see Crow's ult charge fly up, the missed grab, the failed Junkrat ultimate. Bitcoin though still able to get Suku, but Lady's ultimate able to get Buddy. Trading tanks there, still fighting main. They just have a better spot to be in right now for Loggers. They're just in a really good spot to hold them from. So unless Shaken can get a picture on a Nagi or Nilox, it looks like they won't be able to push this much further. Crow just sitting in that corner, making a last minute play. There he goes, kicking out by that mine. But he did allow for Suku to come back, and they are trying to play through that window, but it doesn't work. It was too far up and too aggressive. So I'm seeing something this out of Loggers. They are making seemingly way too aggressive plays, because it did work that one time with the Rhine pin into you know, main on the second point into the shatter, but it's not winning them in anymore. It's kind of losing them in, and we do see a whole lot of ults get traded. The Kitsune, the Dragon, the Lamp comes out, the Coalescence from Hong Kong along with the Beat. I believe this will be a held spot by Loggers. This should be a 1 fight. Yeah, there it is. There goes Hong Kong from Lady Ska in a really good spot, but it doesn't matter because Bitcoin gets Crow himself. They're just trading players right now. Nilox getting off Bitcoin, Buddy getting Suku. Actually, I believe World's Worst could win this fight right here if they just shut Nilox down right now. It looks like they will. Nilox is going to keep on juggling, finishes him off. Lady, there's the grab in it. Oh, it was a little close, I believe. So they are going to get a touch off of it, sadly, but it doesn't matter. They still get a lot of distance off that grab, and they still have 2 minutes to win. They could just back out right now, which is what they will be doing. World's Worst, never mind. They're going to keep fighting. They don't see a need to back up, even though they have the time. This isn't a fight that they need to take, and there isn't players that they need to lose. There they go. Maybe trying to get some chip damage and to build those ultimates. They do need to make a push right now though, or else they will be looking at having to go against Beat and Ramatra ultimate along with an EMP, the railgun, and then also the window now. So they do need to make a play here and force some of those ults out maybe, because they don't have the ults that they want themselves to take that fight with. Bitcoin trying to get some spam damage in. Maybe looking to sit in a corner and pop his ult. There it is. Seeing that the team is left unattended. Doesn't matter. Suku able to just walk down and take out 3, but Buddy gets through. Needs to die here. There we go. 1 minute and 12 seconds left. There's a team kill. Great ultimate from Suku. I think Bitcoin should have maybe not have gone for Suku and went for the unattended team there, but maybe if I watched more WWE, I'd see the same vision as him. Nilox looking to get a Nilox looking to get this EMP right here to shut down the push. They are able to. There it is. Trying to immediately shut this fight down. They don't want to risk giving it up, and there it is. Instantly taking out 2. Shaken able to sit on this high ground and get out Lady Scott, but they did lose 3, so that will be the fight. Nilox taking a duel against Shaken, forcing him off high ground, forcing him out here. It now looks like World's Worst are going to be sitting on 3 ults going into this fight, and Logger shouldn't be able to build any so long as this is just one swift fight team kill. They should win. They haven't been able to do much about this Nylux Sombra pick. There goes the kid immediately. There's the Coalescence immediately taken out by Lady Scar. That might be the map right here. Wow. Really unfortunate. Shaken finishing off Lady Scar. They're forced off of site. Are they going to C9? No. Bitcoin making the jump forward. They do lose Buddy. I'm pretty sure that will be the map. Are these three able to win theirs? No, they're not. Nylux getting a Shaken. Bitcoin getting Nagi. Suku getting Bitcoin. Rarity getting this touch. They're going to start just cycling on a point. It's not going to amount to enough. Actually, maybe with this ball touch, no, the ball will not touch. Buddy will not touch.
What a turn of events there.
Yeah. Let's look at this play. Really nice play of the game from Suku with that Ramasha pick. Definitely contesting Bitcoin for the play of the game there. So that is second map, so we should be looking at our interview, I believe, with Buddy from World's Worst. So we are going to be looking at the third map next, which will be a push map for Colosseo. I enjoy that tonight the map order, like the or game mode order, is swapped rather than how it has been. It's been the same 5 modes in the same order, so it makes it you know, a little more entertaining for the maybe the players and the casters. Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. So, you know, we're looking at you guys being down 0-2 right now. The series isn't over yet. You guys could still pull it back and make maybe a 3-2 win, which would be great to see. But I just wanted to ask this question first, going straight into it. So it looks like both maps, you guys swiftly took first point, and then second point you just kind of got hard held and couldn't get like through. What would you? Is there anything that you like would attribute that to?
Yeah, kinda. So they have the flexibility of they seem to have a lot of different team comps. So we don't really have that luxury because some of our players really don't play the game much. So we're kind of one trick and heroes, and I think if they find a way to shut that down, then you know, and they kind of have, they were gonna struggle a little bit, but I think we can pull through. We make some adjustments.
Definitely. I mean, looking at your guys' last week matchup, these should be you know, similar team levels, and you guys are still pulling it very, very close though. Both maps were inches from winning, but I know last week when we interviewed Hong Kong, he mentioned you guys are watching WWE clips to get warmed up. Have you guys maybe not done that today? Could that be?
You know,
what it
I
is?
think that is part of it. I think some of us were not part of the ritual of watching WWE clips. It's really a shame. I think that's why our mojo's off. But hey, maybe we'll have some time before the next game and we can get it together.
Hopefully, because you know, seeing you guys powered up off of those WWE clips definitely make it a lot better for you guys.
Yeah, man.
But those are my 2 questions. If Swag has any.
No, the only comment I have to say is in terms of the WWE, you guys might want to start looking for John Cena because it seems like you can't find him.
Oh man, come on, brother. Hey, we're on the come up. I got you. We'll find John Cena.
Yeah. Let me know when you do.
All right.
Thank you,
Well,
Good luck
You
on the rest
know,
of your games.
yeah. Good luck on the rest of your games. Maybe you guys can make this a 3-2 win. 2016 Cavaliers. You know.
Oh yeah, man. All right. Thanks.
All right. Of course. Once again, another really fun player from World's Worst. All of them seemingly being bright characters.
This guy stinks.
Looks like Swag joined back.
It was magic.
As I said, we're looking at this third map, Coliseum.
These are one of my favorite maps. Really good for rush comps.
Me personally, ever since Overwatch 2, hate push. I know hate's a strong word, and I
Bring back
shouldn't
2
use it. Yeah, bring back 2CP. Even though 2CP sucked, bring it back.
It's better than this.
It is
It's
better
better
than
than what
this.
we have today. Even if it's just arcade, bring it back.
Like I do really like the maps for push. I think they do have a really cool looking maps, but oh, it's just such a boring game mode.
I agree.
And it's like a lot harder than the other modes. So maybe it's just once again me being an Overwatch player and me complaining about it being hard, but it's, you know, let's say the other team gets a massive like lead on you. You beat them in a team fight, and like let's say they're by your spawn, you beat them in that team fight. They probably catch you again before you hit the middle point. And then let's say so now you have to win a second team fight, and then you'll have to fight them again. Let's say it's saying it's all in one run. You have to fight them again as you get to the butt scratch, and that's 3 fights just to get to the halfway point for you capping, and then any extra distance after that being probably a 4th team fight. So I think it's just a very stressful game mode of just constant fights. So I think that's what really annoys me with the game mode.
Yeah, this specific map is really good for comps like Tracer Widow.
Yeah, and honestly, seeing these very common Hanzo picks between the two teams, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Hanzo or a Widow here.
I agree. I'm actually kind of expecting more of a rush kind of style, so maybe a Winston from Loggers.
I love that. I would actually love a Winston play here. Me myself being a Winston Diva player, you know.
Yeah. I'm a Reinhardt lover, so roll all the way, bro.
Brawl and Reinhardt, Zarya, Orisa, you know, Ramattra, all those characters definitely are really fun, especially Reinhardt, just being able to aimlessly pin into 5. But that's the part that sucks, is that you can't get away with pinning into 5.
I'm gonna say this. I'm very impressed we don't see a single Widow or a single Hanzo or a Tracer. I mean, we see Ash. That's about it.
Wow, both teams going for very hard brawl comps, or well, maybe Loggers
Bitcoin.
more so. Yeah, Bitcoin back on that hog pick. Maybe once again, just like last week, didn't get entirely the value that he wanted out of that Roadhog pick, but maybe it's something I don't know that he does.
Right. Well, I'm pretty sure too. Roadhog just got a buff recently, so his
Yeah.
sustainability I think is a little better. So it kind of makes sense to play him a little more now.
Yeah, but knowing that this team is like the only ball tank that they're playing as Ramattra, you know, maybe you want to go into a different pick, or maybe just mirror that Ramattra, or just play Orisa. Two completely, I'd still say way better heroes than Roadhog with those buffs or not. The failed
Right.
Mei wall coming out on the cart. Logger's looking to take this fight in this really small area. The hook landing on the Crow, but Crow able to move himself out. There goes Shake and Bake and Lady once again on that Sojourn. it seems like Lady Ska is able to just prevail over everybody playing Sojourn. It looks like Loggers will just get a free push here though. They honestly could make it to the bridge. Basically uncontested unless they forget about the cart. There we go, Nagi realizing going back. There goes Shake and Bake It, taking out way too late. That's an additional, 10 seconds of cart space that they get, which is not something you want to have to give up. Once again, taking a really close quarters fight. I mean, as they should as a brawl comp. There goes the Bob, trying to force them out of this little corner. It doesn't work though, as they immediately shred Bob. The window coming up with Loggers. There's the Ramashra ult from Suku, forcing them back once again as they still push the cart, just leaving Nagi on it, almost AFK I'd say. As they push into their spawn, wow. Even touching the door for Suku. Definitely not a spot that you want to be in as World's Worst. We do see that issue that Buddy mentioned of there being a little bit of people only really one-tricking, or only being able to one-trick being a main issue for them. There goes the Mei ult. They try and they follow it up with the Sojourn ult, and wow, a team kill right there. I'm sorry, this is very, very wild. It looks like Loggers have entirely gained control over this series, and they're just kind of running away with it. And I mean, if World's Worst want even the slightest of a chance to catch up here and get something going, they're going to, like I said, have to win like 5 or 6 team fights straight and not lose a single one. Even though there's still almost 7 minutes on the board, there we go. World's Worst getting on the board, finally winning that team fight that they needed. Or well, not yet, just almost. There we go. Nagi's still alive. They're gonna let him get massively staggered. 112.82 meters coming out from Loggers right there. Just showing sheer dominance as a brawl comp. But Bitcoin did actually make that swap off of Roadhog onto Sigma, but they don't have maybe a great comp to follow that up. There goes Shake and Bacon walking in, getting picked off by Crow. The Kitsune and the Dragon both coming out. There's the follow-up beat from Crow. I believe this will be Loggers' fight. Yes, it will be. There goes 5. Not a team. Oh, team kill once again. Shaken sitting right above them, looking to get some yeah, there it is. He is able to get Lady Ska, able to take out the ammo field, and then there's the follow-up ultimate from Suku as Shaken's trying to chase down the supports. It doesn't work. Crow able to peel for Nagi and finish off Shaken Bacon. Buddy and Suku, or Buddy taking out Suku, Buddy taking out Nilox. Once again, this is in their spawn. They don't really want to give up a fight right here, especially. And now they're gonna have to get a fight once again before they can even touch the robot, which is not great. We see this fight on main, looking to get this cart moving. There's the ult from Bitcoin, but the freeze coming out from May, it isn't in time. They are all able to survive. Never mind, he does catch Rarity in that. The window being popped, Buddy able to take out Nagi. Trading support for support. Suku getting Buddy here. And I believe this will be a World's Worst fight. Oh, actually it might not be. It is not. Wow. Loggers able to entirely flip that, even though it was looking very grim for them. We see the ult coming out from Hong Kong. That Coalescence trying to apply pressure, so they have to look away from Robot and allow his team to get there, but it is Pop that sees the only one alive. There goes Hong Kong. I mean, I think this map is looking very, very good for them, but hopefully they can turn it around and at least get the next two after this, maybe. World's Worst not wanting to give up this final 3 cap right here, as they have been able to barely hold it on the other maps, hold that last cap away from Loggers. And they're once again going to push this robot and get it back to mid.
At least we have a little bit of a fight going on.
Yes, that is true. We do see Buddy coming up on that Torbjorn ult along with Shaken, Rarity, Bitcoin, and Hong Kong, all coming up on 5 ults. Maybe they could 4-5 into this fight and win it. I'm not too sure, but Lady immediately picking off Bitcoin. That May ult getting Buddy, and following up by on Rarity and Shaken. I mean, I don't know, they're able to just run it down on them. That's really what it is. They're getting there, and they're already set, and they're just going straight at them. They do see the Torbjorn ult come out. There's the Orisa ult, the beat to counter that, keep them alive. The Orisa ult doesn't come down, but the ult from Shaken Bacon does. As there's a minute 45 left, they do still have Kitsune. There goes Bacon, they do still have Coalescence. But as this last fight is coming up, they might have, or Loggers might have 4 ultimates of their own. As we're coming up on this last minute. There's the Coalescence, just trying to finish up this fight here. They really, really, really don't want to give up this 3 cap, I can tell. But I don't think they'll be able to stop it for much longer, as they're able to just pour out more ultimates from them. There it is, Suku and Lady Sky able to pair up their ultimates for zoning them into one spot and pick them off with the... Wow, and then May freeze in their spawn. And that will be 3-0 for Loggers. And a really nice play of the game from Nilox on that May once again. As we've seen, Nilox able to just get a lot of good value out of the characters like Torbjorn and May with those really strong projectiles.
Yeah, I agree. May is a really strong, like, if I understand the whole full Doom into a tank, if anyone should have been converted to a tank, in my opinion, should have been May.
Such a beefy character for DPS alone, having
really
such a strong defensive kit. But that will be 3-0 for Loggers. The series isn't over yet. Though the World's Worst might have not won, they could still get these last 2 maps and at least give themselves 2 points. For our 4th map, we will be on the control game mode for the map Nepal. Oh shit. As we look at chat here, Bitcoin is saying Hong Kong's cat knocked over the food bowl. So, you know, that is grave danger. And they will need to look into that. Is the cat orange? Is said by Duswag.
Very important question, if you ask me.
On the topic of cats, do you have a favorite cat breed or color of cat?
Ragdolls.
Oh,
Too expensive though.
of course. I mean, same thing for me. I'm a Maine Coon kind of guy, you know.
They're great cats as well.
Great cats, but $1,000 or so. A little
Yeah.
expensive.
I'm
But
more of a dog person, if you ask me. German Shepherd.
I mean, I like dogs. They're pretty chill, but I don't know. I just like, you know, cats are just even chiller until they knock food bowls over.
Unless it's an
Start-
orange cat, then they're just
Yeah.
built different.
They start throwing your Overwatch matches. I don't know. Maybe Hong
My
Kong's
cat
cat's
unplugged
been...
my router.
Maybe Hong Kong's cat has been messing around on his desk the whole time, you know? That's why they're struggling.
Cat plays Overwatch for the first time. Gets a 4K.
Gets a 4K raw blade.
Yeah.
No. But we do see that both teams are now ready. We are about to go in. From what I remember, World's Worst did win this map in their last matchup. They were able to just kind of stomp through that one with, I believe, Reinhardt. Bitcoin on Reinhardt, that is. But let's see what picks we have from the team as we find out in the next 3 seconds. Honestly, I was just about to say I expect maybe a Symmetra here, and essentially the same brawl comp for Loggers, just swapping Nilux out as that one person who keeps swapping around depending on the map, which is definitely a player that you want to be able to, or a player that you want to have. We do see Shake and Bacon now on tank. They're just kind of throwing that roll around to everybody, seeing who can do what on it, maybe. Buddy now on Hanzo and Bitcoin on that Junkrat again. As we see Rarity and Hong Kong on the same 2 supports. Never mind Bitcoin going for the Torbjorn. Maybe the weaker of the 2 turret heroes to play here, but a turret hero nonetheless. And it looks like both teams are going to fight for point first, opposed to going for that high ground. Even though they do just want to get these sim turrets set first. No GP needed. And Buddy is able to immediately pick on Dialogues and Crow. Oh, but Suku able to follow up with his own pick on Hong Kong, but Suku does actually walk out too far.
I leave a trail of red. You can't hide. You're all
World's Worst able to take the point after that first fight. Got a little close. Now Loggers back onto that pharmacy. Oh, not pharmacy, just Pharah. And they're trying to hold this high ground. Now they're fighting for sight. Bitcoin able to take out Suku as Hong Kong is able to get Crow. And I believe that will be this fight too. Oh, maybe not. Lady Scott able to pick up Hong Kong. Oh, this fight is now winnable. Nadluck's getting Buddy.
I was wondering where those dragons went. I heard it, but I didn't see it. It looks like it went through the floor.
as it did just barely sweep his toes out and is able to get him with that. Hong Kong able to get Lady Ska as Suku takes out Shaken, and Buddy and Hong Kong finishing off that fight, getting Suku. As we do see, wow, World's Worst coming up at 4 ultimates compared to Loggers 1 with 90% to go on site. Suku getting this last minute touch on ball. Might have been too early though. They are taking this fight really, really soon. There's the window from Nagi as they want to get that side pressure. The shield comes up from Ramatra. There it is. They are able to pick off Rarity and Bitcoin, but they do still have 2 ultimates able to free pop. There it is, Hong Kong and Bacon. Oh crap. There goes Shaken Bacon. They do trade beat for those 2 ultimates just to take point. I would say that's a very, very good trade as they are about to come up on that minefield now. A very good ultimate for the site, and Buddy staying alive for a little too long after the fight, forgetting maybe what team he's on. This once again could be that momentum thing I was talking about where Loggers are just picking up the momentum and they're not looking back with it. And I mean, it has just been one fight, but that is what it's looking like right now. They aren't able to take the site. They do have another dragon coming through, trying to clear out sight. Crow able to make it out. Shaken able to get Nylocks off the zoning from that ultimate. There's the Molten Core from Bitcoin. Bitcoin is able to get it off and get Crow, but he does die himself. There goes Suku, that is the cap, and that will be 1 out of 3 for this map. Really, really well played from World's Worst. I mean, I'd say maybe their best play out of all 4 maps so far. Ooh, okay, so, you know, Swag, you yourself as a support player, would you say you're maybe the kind of support player to play Lucio on this?
I have
evil boots?
really hard time with Lucio. I actually prefer Brig on here.
Ooh,
Whip
still
shot
go for
someone
the
off
boots?
the edge. Yeah.
Yeah. Both are very fun to do though.
My wife always struggles with wall running.
Oh. Me myself as a Frogger enjoyer.
Ah, yeah,
This
Frogger.
flows naturally for me. We do now see World's Worst adapting that Pharah pick, but I'm not too sure what it'll do into this very, very brawl comp that they're running.
Didn't last very long.
Oh, wow, you're right. I was wondering if I maybe missed something last map. You're right, did not last very long. They do immediately go to Torbjorn, and it looks like they're going to split up. That is World's Worst, as they immediately run down onto Shake and Bake, force them into that back room, and make them not be able to take the space and part of sleep that they wanted exactly. And I think that's one of the scariest parts of this map is that initial push, and you don't know what team is going to be going for a boop or what team is going to be going for a bridge or main first, you know?
I agree.
But we do see Buddy getting his own 2 on there, getting his 3. Wow. Holding it down on site. There goes Hong Kong. Buddy getting 4. Buddy assisting on that 5th. Basically getting a 5k for himself right there. Wow. Really well played by Buddy. And we're already looking at nearly that Ramatra ultimate and that Bob. For World's Worst, that is. Now, could we be looking at a Swift 2-0 for this control map? Once again, Loggers going for that bridge control, knowing that they don't really have any booping characters to mess them up. But Buddy is able to just keep on playing back here since they don't have much of a shield, and they have to take these fights as immediately running it down. There it goes. The window comes out. The Mei wall forcing them back, leaving only Rarity on site. Bob stomping out Crow, putting that pressure on the site. The Mei wall to shut off Bob. Buddy trying to protect Bob's back. Shaken and Hong Kong able to fight sight, pinch loggers, and that will be a near team wipe as they do get 5. Which is very staggered. And once again, that momentum I was talking about, World's Worst picked up their momentum, and you know, they have it, they lose it, they build it back up after a couple fights, and they're just running away with it again, and it doesn't look like it's even close.
Lady Ska showing up on Reaper. Reaper this season has been very dominant, having that 300 HP.
Yeah, I mean, wow, wait, crazy ultimate swaps here. Everybody using their ults for this fight. Hong Kong last alive. We do see both teams trading at least 2 ults there. Loggers just wanted it more, being willing to put in 4 over instead of the 2. And yeah, I think Reaper as a character with should not be a character with 300 HP. Like you said, maybe shouldn't have made Doomfist a tank, should have made Mei. Make Reaper a tank, man.
He's got that lifesteal, might as well.
The lifesteal, the shotguns. We do see the coalescence come out from Hong Kong. Nihilux getting Bitcoin, that might be this fight here. Actually, never mind. Shake and Bacon getting Nihilux. Shake and Bacon getting a second on the Lady Ska. That's 0 DPS left for them. Shaken putting that pressure onto Crow and Nagi, not allowing them to look at Suku, but Suku is able to back up onto them.
You know, on the topic of tanks and damage, we're supposed to get a new damage next season.
That is definitely something that I'm very excited for, because I think DPS is one of the most creative roles that you could have, and we do see the ult from Lady Ska, the ult from Suku, just to hold this site. They are not willing to let World's Worst even touch right now, and they're going to do that at any cost. But DPS, I think, is just one of the most creative roles that you can have, because you could have maybe a DPS that's for helping the team or helping themselves, or being more of a tank, or being more of a go in there and get your one. You know, so I think that's just what makes it a really fun role. There goes the Bob again from Buddy. There's the follow-up beat from Crow. Will World's Worst get a touch here? They probably should have saved that Bob for a touch, maybe. I'm not too sure. World's Worst will take this fight on main. Buddy getting Crow. Rarity and Hong Kong going for that touch, pressuring Lady Ska. There it goes. Nihilux and Suku going out. The ult from Mei on main, forcing Shaken not being able to touch. It looks like Shaken will die there. He won't touch, and that will be 1-1 for this 4th map. Let's see what we can get for the 3rd part. So, in the last matchup that I remember on this map, it was Respawn Rangers, and they kept on running a very, very aggressive Doomfist. So I wonder if either of the teams have that in them here, because that was definitely really fun to watch, whether it worked or didn't.
Yeah, a fun Doomfist to watch is always... I don't even know how to say it. It's terrifying.
Yeah, no, coming across a good Doomfist player is not something that you want to see, especially as a support player, I know that.
Yeah, I've had a very hard time picking up Doomfist. He's one of the hardest tanks to pick up, I've heard, and he's one of the only tanks I can't play.
And dare say, am I right?
Seriously. Chivalry is whatever he finishes it with.
We see relatively same comps once again, except Bitcoin now on, yeah, actually never mind. Bitcoin and Buddy now on Reaper and Junkrat. As Loggers are able to get the first touch and assert that site dominance. They do wall up Shake and Bacon, but Buddy uses that shotgun to rip through the wall. There it is. Suku able to get shaken. You went up way too far, but Hong Kong gets Nihilux. What play is to be made here? Oh, it looks like there goes Hong Kong. They just keep trading. It's a 3v3 now. Who will make it back first? Rarity getting Suku, and Buddy going down to Crow, and Crow getting off Bitcoin. Rarity going, just trying to keep this from being capped, and it does not work, and Shaken makes it back That's 2 seconds too late, and he realizes he needs to back up because this is not his site to take. Suku once again getting that first pick off on Shaken. There goes Hong Kong, there goes Bitcoin. Wow, they couldn't even really get out of main there. This match is seemingly so close, yet also so far. You know,
Yeah, I agree.
It seems like, yeah, sure, either team could pull away with the map victory here, but I do really feel like it will be Loggers. Because,
They're a little more aggressive.
yeah. Oh, there's the old talking about aggression from Buddy. Not getting any value there. Bitcoin getting forced out. Dies to Suku. Lady able to get his own with that ultimate. There's the ult from Bacon. Maybe popped that a little too low. Losing his ult and his life. Loggers are guaranteed at least 80% on this point. Actually, screw that. 99. I believe they will be guaranteed 99% on this point. I do not think World's Worst have the time to cap this point before it's 99. Having to get through main and figure out how to not lose one here mid-match.
Both
No.
teams are holding on to 3 ults.
It is true, and I think that beat will be the deciding ultimate. There it is, allowing Suku to just keep walking in. The Coalescence to burn the beat down, keep their own tank up. There it is, there's the 99%. Hopefully they don't see 9, hopefully they remember sight. They do. Shaken going for the run. Does Shaken make it? Okay, Shaken, okay, with that kit, Shaken does make it. I'm not sure if they do touch there without that Kitsune.
I see what you did there. Shake it, make it.
Very scary spot to be in as for the World's Worst, having to use that kit to touch. I know I'd be screaming in DC if that was me.
I think everyone would.
Have to ask the players about that after. But the World's Worst are holding on to that window. There's the chucked on the main, freezing Shaken, and they just immediately burn Shaken down as Bitcoin's ult sneaks around, getting Bitcoin out. There's the window. Bitcoin getting another on Suku. Nylock's getting Buddy though. It is now a 2v3, and I don't think Shaken makes it back in time unless Rarity is able to keep jiggling these heals. But it looks like it's now a 4v2. He pours those ults out to guarantee that pick, and Shaken wants to go, but Shaken backed up for a second. They are still able to touch though. Just barely. There's the ult from Buddy, getting immediately destroyed by Crow and Nylox. And they're going to keep jiggling point here. And it doesn't, I don't think it will work. There goes Shaken, there goes Hong Kong. Bitcoin trying to jump around on that Tracer now. There goes Rarity, there goes Bitcoin, and that will be map 4, putting Loggers at a 4-0 lead over World's Worst. Really nice. Well, only we see 3 there, but what was a 5k for Buddy on that Ash. Now, after that 4th map, that means we will be looking at another interview, this time with the Loggers player Lady Ska. Hello.
Bonjour.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm fine.
You're fine. I'm happy to hear
Yes,
that.
yes.
So, you guys are looking at this 4-0 lead right now against World's Worst. So I just want to ask, do you think you can make it 5-0?
What? Can you
Uh,
speak more slowly, please? So
yeah,
I
yeah, sorry.
can.
So, you guys are currently 4-0 against World's Worst. Do you think you could take this 5th map?
I think.
I see. I like the
Uh,
confidence.
I just don't understand the last word, so it's.
Oh, will you give up a map to World's Worst? Like,
If we give up the map for the other team,
yeah, will you? Or are you guys gonna
no.
win?
We think. I think we try to be. We try our best to try to
Mhm.
win. And mostly we play for fun. So if we win, absolutely we are happy about that, and we are really friendly about the other team. So the other team, I think they play very well too, and I think.
No, I see what you mean, and I'm happy to hear that you guys are able to have fun. Just my other question. I see you like playing a lot of Sojourn.
Yes.
Is there any special reason behind that?
No.
Just a
Because
fun character?
our team need a sojourn, so I decide to practice her, and I sometimes they tell me to play Ash or Sworder, but I prefer Sojourn because of the railgun, and she have a lot of mobility, so I can escape more than with the other character.
No, I see. I
Ju-
get what you mean.
uh,
But yeah, I see you do really well on that Sojourn, and
Thank you.
you're welcome. And to my knowledge,
I practice her a lot to be
well,
better with her. So
it does really show in the gameplay and your team's play. But that's my two questions. Swag, if you have anything.
Actually, I do. The last few matches, we've seen a lot of dominance coming from you guys, but very back and forth with these maps. Do you guys, as a team, think you have any room to improve upon? Because there's been a lot of last-second clutches that I'm just curious to hear what you guys have to say about that.
why we crush some game, some fight?
Yeah, so most of the games, like you guys struggle a little bit here or there.
When we struggle, I think is a lack of communication or something like that, and we sometimes we call something, and the other person talk another something. And it
Are you-
split us, and we are a little bit I don't know how to say this in French and English. We are a little bit lost.
Hmm.
I get it. As a team, are you guys looking to improve upon that?
What?
Are you guys looking to fix the communication?
Oh, to make this better in the future, we say pepperoni and we can and we focus on the game. Sorry.
You're fine. That's all my
But
questions.
we practice a lot our communication and team play. I think it's our force, our strongest. Sorry,
No,
No,
you're
no,
good.
you're okay.
okay.
Hey, you're doing great so far. Well, I wish you guys luck for your next game, and I can't wait to watch it.
Thank you.
You have a good one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That is now our second French player that we've interviewed, and just like the other team, a very energetic being. So just I'm hoping that's how the rest of their call is, and everybody in there's having fun.
That might be the most upright, energetic person I think I've talked to in a long time. So I like to see it. I could totally imagine how their comms are based off of that.
Definitely very, very fun to talk to. But we are looking at this 5th and final map here for our Flashpoint game mode on New Junk City.
This is one of my least favorite game modes personally.
Oh, most definitely. I might hate it more than Push.
I definitely hate it more than Push.
I like it as a dive player, but I also just hate it as a player because once again, for the 3rd time, I'm an Overwatch player. I can't enjoy the game. But we do see Lady Scott now on that Soldier, and Nilox on Sombra. Not too sure why to swap off of Sojourn. I mean, doing great on that, and also a very fine Sojourn map, but maybe there's a decision we don't know about.
I mean, that's what makes these games special, right?
I mean, you're right. I would love to have seen a Doomfist tonight, Shout out Doomfist Lover 32. I'd love, to seeing that Doomfist pick, but maybe that's something we'll only get in the comfort of a Respawn Rangers match. Both teams immediately fighting on that left side. Suku getting super aggressive again. Buddy, though, with that nice Hanzo shot on the Lady Ska. There's the pin in, isolating both tanks from the fight, but both supports end up healing for Suku.
Nilox went down relatively quickly.
Oh yeah, Nilox did, and there goes the pin on the Crow. Shaken getting Crow, Suku getting shaken, but Bitcoin able to follow it up, taking out Kiriko, and there goes Buddy getting his 3rd for that fight. Both DPS and a tank. Taking that site in a very swift and quick fashion, as Nilox is looking to get a sneaky little hack on them. Oh, never mind. Trying to shut down that shield, but they are kind of
Junkrat placement. Bam.
yeah. Buddy going down to Nilox though. That's that's what Nilox needed to get closer to that ultimate. Coming up on 80% for Nilox and Suku. Could be a massive pairing. There's the Shadow to insta-cleanse though to save the team.
And Buddy spam types in chat, whatever. That is a bunch of letters, characters.
If you would like to try and pronounce that, be my guest. But
I'll have to take a pass.
we do see the Riptire come out to shut down that ultimate from Tsukuyomi. And then Buddy once again getting 3 in back-to-back team fights. Seems like this Hanzo pick is the deciding factor for both teams. Like both teams seem to win more when they do have that Hanzo and the other team doesn't.
Oh, it looks like we got a Rhine duel.
Finally, after asking on match 1,
Yeah. Only took 5 games, but we got there.
We do see the dragon come out. Able to kill off Crow before they even get near point. Nylox trying to get some cheeky play on the rarity. Doesn't quite work though. Shaken pinning in, trying to get somebody out of that, but it doesn't work as Suku's able to get a counter pin. And there goes the EMP along with the visor. Tsukuyomi able to walk through and just swing that hammer. Wow, very well paired by both their ultimates, and then just giving their tank the ability to just walk through and swing that hammer and get 3 right there, and then eventually the team wipe. We do now see both teams fighting on that right side. There goes the pin. Suku pins Shaken in to try and give Nylox the ability to follow up on it. There goes the beat from Crow, trying to allow that aggressiveness. There it goes, the pin on a Shaken. Once again, shutting down that pin, pushing him into a corner and bullying him essentially. And there goes 4 on World's Worst, and Loggers only losing 1 there, that being Lady Ska. You know, World's Worst being, I believe, undefeated in the playoff or in the preseason, and Loggers being a team that came in after the preseason. Just kind of, once again, just like last week, showing that maybe we're new, but we're still the team to beat as of right now. And there goes the ult trades, the shatter on the both supports, isn't able to pick off Nagi, and it looks like World's Worst will indeed lose that fight, not get the overtime cap, and that will be a 1-1 right now. It looks like World's Worst are having a really hard time with this Nylox on Sombra, and I just think Nylox is maybe an ideal DPS player, being able to play basically any character that I've seen them ask for, or I mean, I'm assuming ask for, and play it very well. There's the ult from Nylox actually.
I just realized Lady Ska hopped over to Reaper. Reaper's a very good tank killer.
Yeah, that is true, but Bitcoin is an even better one. Getting 2 at that Riptire, getting another one, and then the one following after that on Nagi with the help from Buddy. Bitcoin getting 4 there. 2 with the help of his ult, the rest with that handy dandy left click. You do see Bitcoin. Yeah, you do see Junkrat, you know, Bitcoin having a little dance on site. Playing a little far up though.
You know, you got 2 interesting characters with 2 interesting voice lines, Junkrat and Reinhardt.
That is true, but we do see the Kitsune come out from Nagi, and then the ult from Lady Ska. Wow, a very swift take. The ult coming out from Hong Kong isn't able to do much with it. The pin into the kill, and a very swift team fight and team kill from Loggers. Just popping that Kitsune and immediately following it up with that Death Blossom. There's the shatter. 5-man shatter. Does not have the pin to go through, but it doesn't matter. His whole team is able to follow up behind him, and once again, back-to-back team kills that will probably be play of the game for Tsukuyomi. Wow. Absolutely massive shatter right there. Sadly didn't have the pin to get all 5 kills for himself, but
It's either that play or it's the Junkrat play. I'm very interested to see at the end of this game.
most likely that one, I'd say. At least from my my opinion, I would give it to that opposed to the Junkrat play. Both very nice plays, but It looks like World's Worst won't be able to get to point. Both Reinhardt's going off the map. Tsukuyomi taking Shake and Bacon with him. Are they able to touch? They are. Hong Kong getting out once again that last second touch. With Rarity following up behind him.
And they take it too.
Yeah, wow. Buddy getting 3 once again. Shake and Bacon coming up on that shatter, but they loggers.
Inside thought spoken out.
Oh, so as we see, I'm not even sure they go for the touch. Oh, they do go for the touch. There it is, the touch from Crow, the Junkrat ult pop, the beat comes out, the Fire Strike immediately breaking the tire. There's the EMP. Suku taking out the tire, taking out Hong Kong. Nylox finishing off Shake and Bacon. Buddy trying to poke around from outside, but it isn't doing much. And that will be another team kill. In 3 out of 4 fights, them being team kills, a very, very good, you know, statistic to hold on to as a team. Wow. I think both Riots equally doing well against each other this game. There's another shatter from Suku, another really, really big shatter, taking out 4 there with the help of Lady Ska. Bitcoin able to get away as they don't really have that hit scan character to take them out. Wow. Almost a 4th team kill, being 4 for 5 in those fights. Just sadly, Bitcoin is able to pull away. You know, I'm not... Oh, Bitcoin did end up dying. Not in the team wipe fashion as they wanted, but they did get him there. So, Swag, what out of the teams that we have seen, what team are you looking at to be a season favorite?
As it stands, I'm going to have to say Jade Dynasty. They are a really dominant team. They know how to take round. They know which comp to play, when to play it, how to play it. I think that when it comes down to Loggers and Jade, that's going to be a very intense match to watch.
I would say, yeah, Jade Dynasty is up there, but me personally, I'm gonna have to say that Kaiju MX is the team that should be looked at to win it all, at least as of this season.
I'm gonna have to watch Kaiju a little more. I actually don't know that much about them.
Yeah, I mean,
they're one of the
thing.
new teams.
Yeah, no, same thing for me with Jade Dynasty. I don't know much about them, but I have seen a little bit, and I have heard a lot. But, you know, same thing there. We do see the Coalescence and the Far ult come out. Not able to get much out of those 2 ults, though. Suku pinning in, missing the pin. Team fight going on. There goes there goes Suku, Rarity, and then Bitcoin is able to pick off Lady Scott, and that will be a near team kill. And thus we'll go to the last and 5th point of the map to decide if this is 4-1 or 5-0 for Loggers. But I just about Kaiju, you know, the way that they play the game and how they run dive compared to from what I've seen on all the other teams. I think dive being a very strong comp on every single map, basically. That being their strongest, like, you know, their strong suit, I think puts them in a really good spot over these other teams.
Right, dive is currently the new meta. It used to be brawl, but now it's swapped over to this map set.
Oh, and there goes the shatter from Suku onto Shaken, but he isn't able to go. Oh, never mind, he is, even after the cleanse, able to take out Rarity, able to take out Shaken. Bitcoin getting Lady Scott for himself. There's the beat coming out, wanting to guarantee this fight. Maybe a little overkill. Not the team wipe once again that they wanted, but they were right there. Only losing 1 in the process. But, you know, going back to the Kaiju, MVP talk from earlier, their player, the Flex DPS player, Saturn, is the one who won MVP for last week. Oh, we do see the EMP come out and immediately pick off 4. Could they get another team wipe? I don't. Oh, they do. Okay. That is now their 5th team kill of this map.
Crazy.
Taking them out in swift and eager fashion, maybe. So, you know, having the first and currently only MVP on your team is definitely something that should put you up there, you know?
Yeah, I would have to agree.
I'm very interested to see what these teams bring to this league and how they play.
Yeah, you know. Oh, actually, looks like Loggers might be able to take the Shatter blocked! That Shatter not blocked! Zuku pinning through, clearing them out, absolutely airing the area. And Hong Kong not able to get that touch at the end. Loggers 3-2, winning the series 5-0.
What a crazy game.
Wow. One of the many great plays made by Tsukuyomi that match on that Reinhardt pick. Absolutely getting the most crucial and exciting shatters of that matchup. And then blocking the shatter at the end and following it up with his own and then pinning through and clearing off sight, getting 3 there. Wow, just amazing play from Suku on that Reinhardt.
Sometimes that's all it takes is realizing how to play Reinhardt, when to use his abilities.
Yeah, I think those were some of the best shatters that I've seen, at least in this league so far. And I'd hope to see it again, because, you know, Reinhardt being one of those very fun characters to play and watch. And it's a very fun thing to see.
I agree with what you said there. As like I said, as a Reinhardt main, it is very fun to see Reinhardts who play very well, and it's very entertaining. So
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with that. I'm just excited for the matchups that are to come and who's going to be playing. But that will be our 5th and final match for the night. So, some closing statements. Thank you everybody for coming and watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those 5 hard-fought maps. Be sure to catch our next matchup for the Overwatch Odyssey League on the 28th, just in 2 days, between Wyoming Cowboys and Cumberland. Very excited to see how Wyoming can do there, and maybe Cumberland could put a win on the board for themselves. Swag, if there's anything you have to say, I'm all good, and I hope you all have a great night.
I'm all good. Have a great night, everyone.